Hello, this is the HBJ TV, with another edition of Ruck Rants. Closer to rucking, still on the ranting. Just started at a new place in the town I live, trying another one. There are squirrels everywhere today. There's one right there. I actually saw something I've never seen before. An all-black squirrel. Very interesting. Never seen an all-black squirrel before. Didn't know it was a thing. Didn't know they existed. But, interesting. I love being in nature. I love being outside. Crazy the things you could find. I mean, look, just walking around, you got bird nest, 2 birds, 3 birds nests, 4 birds nests, 5 birds nests. There's just birds nests everywhere out here. Yeah, this trail looks a little wet, being that it is winter. Probably a lot of melted snow, or because it was raining yesterday and the day before. That could be it too. God damn, look at 2 more squirrels. Look at this. This is wild. This is like squirrel heaven wherever the fuck I'm at right now. But, yeah, we're gonna hit this new trail, see where it takes us, and get into some ranting. Let's see where the ranting takes us. As you can see, it's one of those stone paths. Real soft, like I said, because of all the rain we've been getting. Don't know what the path looks like, don't know what the area looks like. Just like last time, went to a new place. The path was short, but we were on a lake. Looked up the next one that was over there, and it was another lake, and it was the path there was twice as small as the one we just did. So we're gonna just keep looking for cool new places and see what the fuck happens. All right, coming up on a T-cross, see what's on each side. We got a little kids park on this side. Big pile of shit. I'm assuming this is horse shit. I'm assuming if that's the case, that might be a horse stable. I don't know. Again, I don't know this area too well. But let's start out with today. The musical choice for the day is a band called Shake Your Moneymaker. Band is called the Black Crows. I feel like I'll listen to the whole album while we're on this walk, bitching and complaining. And great album, great band. I wasn't sure if I was gonna do that one or the Southern Harmony music composition, but I went with this one. I feel like there were more upbeat songs to walk to on this album. I feel like lately, car rides and walking, I've been listening to more chill music. I guess it's because I'm getting older, more mature, I guess. I mean, I still listen to heavy metal. Let's not dump it all out yet, but yeah. If I'm looking around a lot, it's because I'm looking at the surroundings. There's weird plants, like this weird berry plant that's obviously dead. Whatever this was, there's a bunch of them. You can see them all lopped over. It almost looks like spinach, but there's berries on it. But yeah, on this side, I don't know what the fuck is over here. Looks like a house. One random house in the middle of nothing. Could be. On this side, there's a bunch of houses. And on this side, or this could be BP area, because we have a BP area by the house. Yeah, that's what it looks like. It could be a BP area. We're coming up on a bridge. We'll try and get a better look at what we got around us. Little baby creek here. Looks like there's a bigger body of water on that side. If there's an outlet to get there, we'll go take a look. I love exploring. If you could try and look through the brush and trees. See that here? Should I attempt it? Why not? That's what we're out here doing, exploring, bitching, complaining, and having fun. Here we go with some more of that. Whatever this plant is that had berries on it. Yep, this is a body of water. I want to say a pond or lake. Pretty decent size. I'd imagine people might come fishing in it. Fishing's a pretty big thing out here. When I moved out here, we got ponds in our subdivision. People are fishing constantly throughout the year. When I go walking at Chamonwood, there's people constantly fishing. Yeah, says Manhattan. Yeah, I can't read that far. Eyes aren't as good as they once were. But yeah, if you could check, there's trailers. There's a few things over here. A little bit of water here. Here we go. I laugh when I come out to places like this and there's graffiti. Nobody from these areas does graffiti. But yeah, here, nice little creek. Running water. I like how they tried cleaning up over the graffiti over here. I wonder if there's any kind of fish or wildlife that goes in here. Then you get idiots who try and graffiti up and fuck things up, but like, this is Manhattan, it ain't the city. No need. There's a tire. No need to fuck things up, you got a sock. But yeah, let's just keep going. We just crossed the bridge. And then you come up into another neighborhood. Crazy here how a lot of there's trails and side trails and end trails. A lot of down here, from my understanding, there's trail after trail after trail, and they're all interconnected, and they lead to some crazy places. Again, dumb. Again, don't know much new, but like from my understanding, I guess you could stick on these trails and keep going from trail to trail, and you can go to some pretty far places all over Illinois if you stick on these trails, especially the ones on the I&M Canal. I grew up over by in the Justice area. Spent a lot of time in Willow Springs over by that I&M Canal. Yeah, there's a lot of Indian history, a lot of history of different stuff that people have done. How's it going? With the canals and stuff like that. Let's see, it's got a tag on it. If it hits anything interesting on the tag. No, can't read it. Might have been something old. Might have been a grave. It's another thing I noticed you run into a lot out here is graves. A lot of this area was old farmland for so long. A lot of Indian land. And there's a lot of graves and like stuff like that out here. They were just in random places. Me and my brother-in-law like to go to this place. Another squirrel taking some stuff for the winter, even though it's right in the middle of winter. He's a little late, but yeah, we like to go to this old place in Joliet that they used to make mortars and bombs in World War II. And oh, Jesus, two more. Squirrels are everywhere, and these are big plump ones too. But a lot of the old buildings still are somewhat intact. There's still some things in the buildings, and I don't know. They got some cool shit in there. We haven't done much exploring outside of the buildings, because there's a ton of buildings, ton of cool shit, ton of cool history in there. I'm all about the history. And if we get good weather tomorrow, which I don't think we will, but if we do, I'm going to try and head out to the Joliet Iron Works. Being that I'm an iron worker and I have worked in the mills in Indiana, there used to be one in Joliet, and there's still remnants of that out there, and I like to go check it out. You know, again, I love history. I love checking things out like that. So we'll see. We get good weather, or maybe next weekend. We'll check it out and see what we got. But yeah, that other place, one of these days, I'm going to grab them, and we're just going to start. We're going to make a full day of it. Usually we just spend a few hours with a backpack and a machete and some flashlights. So obviously none of this stuff has electric in it anymore. There's basements, there's, like, everything had blast doors, like 2, 3, 4 inch thick steel doors. And it's just cool. I got videos, maybe I'll post down the road. How's it going?
Good. Merry Christmas.
And yeah, so maybe I have a few videos of checking out maybe just 1 or 2 buildings, but maybe I'll post some. Not sure we're even supposed to be out there, so not sure if posting those will get me in trouble, but I'm not too worried about it. But yeah, we'll start the rant now. And again, if we see anything cool or worthwhile, we'll stop and let my ADD take over, and we'll talk about it. Sorry it's taken 13 minutes to start the rant, but again, we got a new trail. Let's check it out, always. Only thing I don't like about these rock trails is, I mean, I got shoes on with my sweatpants going over the mouth of the shoe, and yet I get rocks in. So we get a stop up here. I'm going to empty out the rocks, but let's start the rant. This might be a short rant, and more just talking on trails and stuff today, depending on what we got up here at this cross. But today's rant kind of annoys me. It's something I see all the time, and I definitely don't keep my mouth shut about it just because I'm not that guy. A, I don't know how to keep my mouth shut. B, there's no filter between my brain and my mouth. You could ask my wife about that. And C, I guess I was just raised better than that. And I feel like it's almost like bullying. Oh, this is cool. I don't know if this is an actual house, because there's a house, another small house. I don't know if that's I don't know. And they got an in-ground pool with they got grills out there. They got like a little cabana area, not cabana, but like a little house with sliding glass doors. This is ideal. Other than how ugly the house looks itself with the siding, this is what I want. I want the yard, I want the area, I want the pool, I want the pool house, I want the house. It's about a decent size with a chimney, and whatever that guest house thing is. Fuck me, man. Look at this house. Got 5 sheds. 1, 2, 3, and 2 more. I mean, fuck, what's this person keep? Oh man, there's more on the backside. What the fuck's this person keeping all these sheds for? He's got a small yard. Not small, but not big. That's what you call a hoarder, my friends. Horder. So, we're coming to the end where we're reaching a street. I don't know where to go from here. I see there's a path here. So let me clean this shit out of my shoes. Hopefully we don't get lost. Some trail information. I'm getting too old for this. Okay, I just need that shoe for now. That one was getting a little ridiculous. Okay, we're crossing a street. Crossing a decently busy one, too. Over there's fences. I'm assuming there's something. There's a sports field like baseball when there's fences like that. Over here, I might have to come exploring in my car because a lot of this looks cool. I like this. Trails. This is a 3.14 mile trail. But who knows where the start and finish is. This would be a great field for pickup games of football. If we had something like this growing up, and we used to play football all winter long. We get kids from every fucking neighborhood that you can imagine, all around the place. And we would play hard-hitting tackle football, no pads, no nothing. And the crazy thing is, people rarely got hurt. We would fucking crack each other. I was always one of the youngest guys. Everyone I grew up with was older. But man, we had a fucking blast, man. There was times we would play, I remember a few buddies of mine at one time worked at an electronics store. I don't know if anybody remembers, called Circuit City. And it was in the hood. And the guys got into it. Here's some farmland. They just came over, got it ready for the winter. Looks nice. Like I said, everything out here is farmland. But, yeah. Big arguments. There's some barns and some cool shit out here. Man, it would be cool to have a big-ass pole barn like that. Something that big. I'd spend all sorts of time in there doing dumb fuck shit. They have the coolest gym. I don't know dick about cars, but I'd figure out how to rebuild one. 1959 or 63 Corvette. 63 would be a Stingray. But anyways, I remember very, very like it was yesterday. So, they challenged my buddies to get a team together. Now, these kids were fucking athletes that challenged us. But we've been doing this shit, since I was almost 5 years old, together. We knew each other. We knew everything about each other. I remember the day there was asinine amounts of snow. And I remember I used to love Deion Sanders and Terrell Owens growing up. Icky Woods. Icky was my nickname growing up because I always did the Icky Shuffle. If you run into anybody I grew up with, there's a good chance to this day they'll still just call me Icky. They'll see me from the old neighborhood. Icky, what's up? Man, some names are hard to get rid of. And I wouldn't want to. It's nostalgic. But we rolled in there thinking that we couldn't be beat. And we had a full team, offense, defense. We didn't put together a team based on the guys we usually play with because we would have annihilated them. So we had some really big boys that we played with. A lot of them ended up playing in college. But it was mostly just our small, fast guys. And I'll never forget telling the kid, I'm going to fucking intercept the ball and return it for a touchdown if you even try and throw my way once this game. First play of the game, he threw my way. Pick 6. And I pulled the OTO. I pulled a Sharpie out of my fucking sock, signed it, and I handed it to the guy. All the way up until when my friend passed away, he told me, and we used to laugh about it, he saved that football. Just for our own nostalgic, fun memories. I wish I could have got that from him before he passed. Would be nice little thing to have to remember from my childhood. But this is the kind of shit that reminds me of that. I mean, look at all this. Just as far as the eyes can see, farmland. This is one of the only things that I love coming out here. I mean, the drive obviously for work sucks, but when I come home, this is what I get. Peace and quiet. And as far as the eye could see, farms. So I'm sure I'm gonna like this a lot more this summer when it gets warm out. Didn't get to appreciate it last summer because we had just moved in. But yeah, now that I'm out and about and exploring the area, this is the type of shit that's pretty cool. Now, this area is carved out. There's a reason, but I ain't gonna go out that way. I'm assuming again, there's a metro station there and a big ass tanks. That's the BP, another section of the BP area. But again, another 10 minutes has gone by and I haven't started the rant yet. Today, we're gonna start the rant, and the rant's gonna be on when you're in public and let's just say you go to a Subway or you go to a department store or you go any kind of retail, whether it's food retail or retail, and you see fucking people treating these people like dickheads. It's just so fucking frustrating that I can't keep my mouth shut. Most of the time it's a very low paying job. Now I get it. That's your choice to have that job. A lot of these jobs though that are done with this are younger kids. And you understand going into the situation that these are younger kids doing these jobs. So your expectation levels can't be that high. And a lot of times they're just ringing you up. Whether they are older or younger. Point being is, like, why be a cunt about it? Why start shit, run your mouth and start, like, make a scene? You see it a lot when people try to return shit without a receipt, and they only offer them like a store credit. Since the beginning of time, as far as receipts have been concerned, if you don't have your receipt, you either can't return the fucking thing because you can't prove you even got it from the store, or you get a store credit if they're nice enough to give it to you. And you want to throw a fucking tantrum. I just bought it yesterday. Well, then there's no excuse to not have a receipt. I don't save 99% of my receipts, but 100% of the stuff I have, I don't return. And the things that I could return or would return, I have digital receipts because I buy online, or when I do buy them, I file them. I have a filing cabinet. Yes, I'm that old, and I refuse to get any younger. I file things, and I make sure that everything is in order because of any value. Because if I do have to fucking return it, I don't want no issues. And also, a lot of times if you return it, there's a time limit on it. 60 to 90 days. People trying to turn shit like way out of the time limit, and then they complain and make a scene. There's been so many times where people are fucking yelling and screaming And I ain't got the time for this shit. You're not going to get anywhere. All you're doing is wasting my time and talking shit to somebody who can't do anything for you and doesn't give a fuck at this point because you're being a cunt to them. So, you know, it's like, hey, how about you shut the fuck up and get out of line? We're coming up on a couple of trains. As soon as this person passes while they're jogging, we'll get a shot of the trains. This one's Hendrick's Gin. Curiously refreshing. Check it out. Hello. Side of a metro. Right there. Pretty cool. That in Chicago, metro trains have alcohol on the side. Oh, there's a spray paint can on the ground, randomly out here, don't know why. Let's get to the end over here. If we get to the end over here and it's another street crossing, we'll just flip a bitch for the day. I mean, I could keep going. I got my Black Rifle coffee. Just like I always do, I don't go on a Ruck Rant without it. Again, don't pay me. Again, don't sponsor me. Again, don't give a shit. This stuff's awesome. It's a veteran-owned company. Great taste. Great people own it. American company, veteran-owned company. That's the double fucking banger right there. You got an American and veteran-owned company. It's a double banger. Yeah, there's some shitbag companies out there that have that moniker, but not this one. Black Rifle Coffee's a good company. Before we continue the rant, we're coming up on the front of the metro. Get a shot of that and some tanks on the right. We'll get a shot of that. And we'll bitch until we get to the end. And then we'll get a shot of that. We'll see if we keep going and turn around. I actually feel good today. Just don't want to get lost. That's the only problem. GPS can only do so much for you out here. Especially when you don't know where the fuck you're at or what's going on. Here's the beginning of the train. Metro. Got a fake owl on the fence, probably to keep all the birds out. Pretty cool. I'd like to be up in there someday and check out the controls and that shit. Train made it sound scared the shit out of me. We got this building here. Pretty cool building. I'm sure it's a metro building. As soon as we get past this tree here, we'll flip and take a picture of these tanks. Got that American flag and POW flag. Gotta respect them for that. Got some tanks over here. Bunch of cool shit on the sidelines. Some buildings, some more tanks. There's that flag. Gotta love it. There's the metro on the side. But yeah, there's actually someone here. I'm not gonna take a picture of the car or the license plate. Not my deal, not my style. I'm not one of those. But yeah, BP Pipeline, Manhattan Terminal. And they got the emergency numbers. Actually, this should be pretty close to my house, I'm guessing, because of where I feel or think this is. I could be wrong. I could be way the fuck away from the house right now. Again, I don't know what the fuck's going on, where I'm at. This is all new shit to me. But back to bitching for a couple more minutes till I get to the end of this road. It's frustrating and annoying to me that entry is forbidden, obviously. Got all this old school fucking electrical equipment. But yeah, when people are talking shit to retail people, I've seen it all over the place. And sometimes it's just people looking for free shit, like, hey, does this coupon still work? No, it's been expired for 6 months. Or does this, it said it costs this over there. And then they're like, okay, no problem. We'll send a person to go check it out. Because if it is, obviously they 99% of the time will honor it. And I'd say about more than 3/4 of the time, one of two things happens. They'll send somebody and it won't be the price that they said it was, or they will they'll be like, oh, you got it from a different spot, it's a different type, this one's on sale, this one's not, and they'll throw a fit and be like, can I just have that? No, you can't. That's the whole reason we put this here and that there. Excuse me. So we are at the end of the road. We're going to do a little quick see both ways. Look, let's see what this is. Let's see this before. Forest Preserve property. Lands beyond this point are owned and managed by the Forest Preserve District of Will County. The use of this land is governed by Forest Preserve Ordinance number 124. Use of any vehicles and hunting is strictly prohibited. Let's give a little look. See what do we got here. Maybe we'll just keep going for a little bit. Metro Yard Facility is what that is. We're gonna come up on some more tanks and shit, just wide open, as Tom Petty would say, into the great wide open. Let's just keep going. Some more. Enjoy your trails. Limestone is what we're walking on. The rocks. And here we go. Let's just keep going. Whenever we just feel like turning around, we'll do so. But yeah, like, I see this shit all the time and I get frustrated. Sometimes I won't say nothing because, I mean, what the fuck am I gonna... It's not my place to constantly be the person to say something, but 99% of the time, I was talking about this with a buddy of mine the other day. Nobody does shit. Like, I know I'm going to go to some extremes here with this example, but growing up, if you saw somebody getting fucked up, like beat up, or God forbid raped, or God forbid something awful happened, UN Bridge is the name of that one. There's a lot of shit over there. Again, here, farmland and a farmhouse. We'll see if we can get a better picture up there. But to jump back, you'd say something. You'd say, hey, knock it the fuck off. You'd go and help that person. Nowadays, these fucking cell phones and this clickbait bullshit, people have gotten too comfortable with pulling out their phone and recording this shit. Or just, like, not doing anything at all because they're afraid of what the backlash will be. What the fuck's the backlash gonna be? These people are loud, and 99% of the time they're fucking pussies that won't do nothing. They're just loud. That's all they are, is loud. You tell them to shut the fuck up, and you show them confrontation, they'll shut the fuck up. That's how it usually works. We'll pass it someone, be kind, and we'll keep going. Whew. How's it going? But a lot of people, they want that confrontation until you give it to them. They want to give the confrontation, they don't want to receive it. Here's that farm. And a lot of times today, like let's say I'm put in that situation where I just can't stand listening to someone being fucking shit on talk. I'm just trying to get in and out of somewhere. And I say something like, hey, knock it off, fucking do your thing and get the fuck out of line. Everyone else will pull out their phone. They'll be fucking retarded and they'll, oh, mile marker 9. When they could be doing the same shit too and being like, hey, yeah, leave this person the fuck alone and knock it off. Which how it used to be in the old days. I have the greatest story of all time. And this is true, and I don't know if I've told this before, but it's true. It's a 2-part story. First part's not the one I'm going to focus on. It's the second. So, back in the day when them cooling pillows first came out, it was Christmas time. I was at a department store in one of the malls, and this is a true story. It was right when they first came out. I was there buying them for myself. I wanted a couple for myself because I wanted to try them out. I'm a hot sleeper. So there was a whole wall, back to front, whole wall, top to bottom, everywhere had the fucking pillows. This lady walks up, grabs a pillow. This other lady literally goes and snatches it from her hands and says, "I saw that first." I'm fucking shocked. There is a wall, top to bottom, left to right, full of these pillows. And she took that one out of that lady's hands. Back then, it wasn't like it is now, and it wasn't that long ago. I hate to break it, but that lady fucking cracked her. And they got into a fight. It was quickly broken up by people who worked at the mall, because back then they did shit like that. They broke things up. But that was the end of it. Like, that lady got cracked for doing that. You snatch something out of somebody's hand, expect to get fucked up for that. Fast forward less than 5 minutes. Now, this is fucking Christmas time. I get it. Some people think Christmas time is stressful. It's because you don't prepare. You don't prepare for Christmas. If you're gonna fucking start shopping before Thanksgiving. Get all your shit done by Thanksgiving, and then you have nothing to worry about up until Christmas, unless you want to buy little shit here and there. Your fault for waiting till the last minute. You have 12 months for Christmas, and you wait till the last minute. That's on you. Anyways, fast forward. Snot rocket break. Okay. So, fast forward. So in the mall, a lot of times there will be a checkout kiosk, a tile walkway right in front of it, and then some more shit on the other side, like the stuff that's on hangers and shit. So a lot of times, maybe the first 2 people in line will stand in front of the kiosk, and everybody else on the other side, because you're not going to stand in the walkway on the tile. You're not going to block everybody's way getting through. So, hold on. We got some more stuff before I get any further, because this is the meat and potatoes of the story. Got a nice ditch here. Other side, some great farmland with that farmhouse. Lots of silo. Lots of cool shit over there. We're coming up on another bridge. Concrete bridge up here, actually. Interestingly enough. You got a handprint. In case there's ever a crime committed, they can always come back to that person. I always look to see if there's any kind of tags or anything on the bridge. This would be cool in the summertime if I still drank, which I don't no more. To just come out here with a couple road pops or a what's it called, a little back blivet, fill that thing up with some mixed drinks and go for a walk. That'd be pretty cool. Okay, until we get to the end of this road, of which now maybe I'll turn around because I've already been walking for almost 40 minutes. Yeah, so there's 2 people on the one side, nobody obviously in the middle, and an old black lady in front of me. And yes, it was necessary that I said she was black, because to tell the story correctly and for context, you need to know that she was both old and black. And I say that because old black women do not put up with fucking shit. They don't put up with fucking shit, especially the old black women. So this lady, one of those, before Karens were a thing, she was the Karen of all Karens. So there was a line, and I say there's a line. It's Christmas time. You're in the mall. There's a fucking line. and it was pretty long. Being that we were close to the front of the line, there ain't no fucking cutting that line. Especially because everyone's been waiting for so long to get to that point of the line. Man, I should have bought a fucking baseball cap. It's starting to warm up. Or maybe that's just because the sun's out. And I've been walking my ass for 40 minutes. So, this fucking Karen lady walks up and stands in the middle of the tile. Right in the middle. People are trying to walk by. They're, hey, excuse me, trying to get by. And she's standing there like an asshole. The sweet old black lady goes, ma'am, the line's over here. She ignores her at first. And she goes, ma'am, the line starts back here. We've all been waiting in line for a while. Again, nice as can be. Nothing ignorant, nothing rude. Something over here. Because there's a car there. I'm assuming that because of the area I'm in, this is a hunting area, and I'm wearing gray, so hopefully I don't get shot today. If I do, I'm going to pull a Ricky from Trailer Park Boys. But there we go. Another cool house with a camper. There's that farmhouse. Got all this open land. I love this shit. Just nothing but open land. I'd love to buy just a fuck ton of this land. And just gotta have a lot of trees on it though, so I can build cool shit with my own trees. Then I could keep planting new ones and keep the cycle of life going. Let's see what these warning signs say before we go any further and I finish my story. Because it's a good one. The ending's worth the wait. Warning. Red warning sign. Buried fiber optic cables. There you go. You were warned. So, back to the story till we get to the end bridge. And then we'll probably turn around. Unless there's some cool shit, we'll take a quick video. And we'll go from there. But this lady goes, ma'am, we've all been waiting patiently here. Nice as can be. The line is over here. You've cut everybody in line. And this lady goes, I'm in a hurry. And the lady goes, ma'am, I think we're all in a hurry. It's the holiday season. But we've all waited patiently in the line. It doesn't, because you're in a hurry, doesn't mean you could cut. And this is almost verbatim. I remember this like it just happened. And the lady goes, I don't care. I'm going to wait here in line. And that's that. Finally, for the last time, the black lady says, ma'am, the line starts back here. You're not going to cut everybody in line because you're in a hurry. And the lady goes, well, I'm going to, and there's nothing you could do about that. We're going to check this out real quick while I finish this story before we get to the end. Because there's bright green grass. And it's winter, which is strange. So this black lady walks up to this lady, grabs her by her fucking ear like a child. This old-ass black lady, and drags her back across the tile. The place went nuts. This lady obviously isn't going to fight this old black lady. She got mad, got upset, and walked away. I'm not going to go any further because this is muddy back here. But cool-ass shit, man. Super fucking cool. Yeah, green grass and dead grass. I'm assuming because this is all irrigated, no matter what, this might stay green all winter long. Yeah, this is crazy. You got zero, it's all brown there, and then you got nothing but really, really nice green grass here. So, super cool the way these farmers work and their shit works, and farms and shit like that in general. So yeah, cool story. Lady pulls this lady out of line. Nobody says a word. Like, these people who work there, we're like, we're cool with it. She was cutting. Everybody's waiting. It's the holidays. Nobody gives a fuck. Let's just keep going. Next. And had something happened, I'm sure everybody in line would have had the old lady's back. I wouldn't have let that lady swing at her. I would have gotten in between them. Especially being that the old black lady was right in what she did. You could say, oh, she shouldn't have put her hands on her. Sometimes that's all people understand. She was wrong. She was being ignorant. You know, sometimes that's what people need to get the point across. I feel like people use their mouth too much these days without any consequences because society's taken away those consequences. Thank God the man didn't get in trouble for this, but the case in point was when Mike Tyson was on that airplane and that drunk kid kept fucking with him, and Mike turned around and just pounded the fuck out of him. Mike didn't get in trouble. Should he have? Not 1%. This drunk guy kept fucking with him and fucking with him. He kept giving him an opportunity. Please leave me alone. Please stop. Please let it go. He wouldn't. At what point are you supposed to allow this guy to keep fucking with you and fucking with you? Especially, this is Mike fucking Tyson. I don't care how drunk I was. You're not going to catch me fucking with Mike Tyson. I've done some stupid shit while I was drunk in my day. Hands down, got it. Crossing my mind to fuck with Mike Tyson would never be one of them. Kid got what he deserved. Mike never got in trouble. Let's see here. This is the trail I'm on. Obviously, they got horses and horseback riding. Looks like they got buffalo and cows. Let's see. This bridge I'd like to get to at one point. Yeah, see, look, I&M Canal Trails. These are all different trails. This is the one we were at, the Rock Run Trail. I think that's where we were at last weekend. But it definitely wasn't 9.93 miles. But look at all these you got. It goes down to LaSalle, Peru. 60 miles. Yeah, see? A lot of these trails will get you all over the state, man. Really be cool one day if I buy myself a bike. I'll get like a little connector stand so we can ride these trails and go even further and further and see how far we can get on some of this shit. There's an old school fucking, it looks like a wood. Let's check this one out. That's newer. That's all concrete and steel. Mostly concrete. Let's check this one first. I love this shit. I love being outside. I love nature. This is awesome. Yeah, this is cool as fuck. But over here, look at their shit everywhere. Fucking people need to clean up after their fucking animals. Unless this is all wild animals. Then people gotta pass. All this shit that flowed into here. Get somebody to probably clean that up one day. Obviously some dickhead fucking and spray painted there. But this is old shit. This is steel. A lot of wood up top. Probably needed to be replaced soon. Let's go a little further. How's it going? Alright, we've come to the end of this. We'll see where this is, where it leads. We'll see if it's time to turn around. It's been quite a walk so far. It's been 50 minutes. Feel great. If this was a combined effort or I had a special guest today, be going a little further for sure. Got another sort of like farmland house-ish. Bunch of pole barns and shit. I'm sure that this area, we'll go a little bit further. Fuck it. Yeah, fuck it. Let's see what time it is. 1:30. the Denver Broncos got fucked and got pushed to today. Another short week because they played last Thursday. Actually, no. They had an extra day. No. Should have played on Sunday, so they lost a day. So, look, some more farm shit. Nothing. Just roads. There's all those farmhouses down there. I don't know what's down here. It might be a house. I don't know. But here we're back on the trail. Wish I'd do more of this paved stuff. I won't get all these rocks in my fucking shoes. Yeah, we got time before the Broncos game starts. We'll do a little more walking. Not much more talking. And we'll start heading back. I just want to come around this bend so I can see what's up here. And then we'll flip a bitch and turn around for the day. But yeah, back on that old lady story. Nobody was mad. Nobody in the store pulled out a cell phone because I don't think they were much of a thing back then. I think like those Razor phones were popular back then. I remember I had a cool ass like tattoo one with a dragon on it. Blackberries were a thing. But like taking pictures and camera phones were never a thing. Cell phones were more of a newer concept back then. And even so, like, people weren't in the fucking social media age now where they are, where all they do is give a fuck about putting stuff online. Yeah, I post these videos just because I think it's cool. I think it's like a good journal to keep, and it's a just something cool to do, something to pass the time. But I would never put someone else's misfortune, like if somebody got the fuck kicked out of them, or God forbid raped, or God forbid something, or killed, I wouldn't pull out my phone and start recording it. You don't do that. You help. You get involved. I mean, maybe it's just such a fucking soft time we live in nowadays where people just don't want to. But it is what it is. We're coming up around this bend. When we get on there, I'll turn around. I just wanted to take a short view of what we got going up here, and we'll see what we got. Maybe this spring or fall, I'll be in a little bit better shape, and the weather will be perfect for us to just go for hour walks. I mean, I've already been going for 52 minutes, but I mean, we'll go longer, and then maybe I'll get a bike and we'll go even fucking longer than that shit. How about that? Yeah, here comes another fucking cross and another road. I feel like this shit goes on and on and on. Like I said, there's fucking goddamn shit everywhere. Hopefully it ain't people bringing their animals out here. Hopefully that's all wild animal shit. But yeah, little pathway cut out. But yeah, people get involved in the old days. Hey, knock it off. People actually like stood for something. Now nobody does. Maybe it's the parents that haven't raised their kids to fucking not put up with shit. They see something, say something. I know that's a fucking funny ass phrase. See something, say something, duh. But like, yeah, do it. See something fucked up, say something. Hey, fuckbag, knock it off. Hey, what are you gonna do? You wanna walk outside? We'll find out what I'll do. Then you'll shut the fuck up. You'll be eating your food through a straw. Again, people want to give confrontation. They don't want to receive it. Especially nowadays, because they know there's no consequences for their actions. Because you can't hit someone anymore. Because there's cameras everywhere. Because people are recording everything. It's like somebody fucks around. They're always like, swing, go ahead, swing. Because what? Because then you could defend yourself? If you're a fucking stupid fuck who lets someone swing at you first, and you were raised to let somebody fucking take the first swing, whoever the fuck raised you I'm gonna tell you right now, is a fucking goofball and shouldn't have raised you. You never let somebody hit you first. I'll never raise my son to let him ever in life say, swing at me first. What you do, yes, this is a nuanced term, but it fits. You have yourself your bubble. And if somebody gets in your little bubble, you get them out of your bubble. You push them out of your bubble. Then, if they come at you with any aggression, you beat the fuck out of them. And why do I say that? Because if they're coming at you with aggression, that's your self-defense. It's not letting them hit you first. I've seen 101,000 times where the person who should have never won the fight because they hit him first. Once I cross this road, I'll tell you one more story and we'll call it a day. And this is a true story. It happened. And it's why I'll never let somebody hit me first. In my life ever. Checking both ways. Truck pulled up. Maybe they want to go for a walk too. I see these people pulling. There's parking cars everywhere. And it is what it is. So, this story goes as follows. And it's a true story. I'm not going to name the names. How's it going? Of all the people we were there with at the time. But I will say it as best I can without doing so. Alright, pass the person and we'll get on with the story. How's it going? So, we were at a club, I want to say, it might have been high school or right after high school. I'm assuming it was high school. Yeah, almost positive it was high school. The club was in Naperville, Illinois, and it was called Zero Gravity. We used to hang out there a lot. We were fucking clubbers. We loved it. That's a story for another time. But, so there's this kid with a good-looking girlfriend. And there's this big steroid kid. So the kid was on the dance floor. The kid was a nerd, though. Like, super nerd. Like, dork as dork can be. One of those where you're like, he's rich or has a big dick. Could have been both. Who knows? But, so this steroid kid I don't know if he was by himself or what, but he kept, like, they were dancing on the dance floor, and there was couches on the outside, and we were chilling on the couches. We kept seeing this. This fucking gorilla kept stepping in between them. The girl would push him away and say, hey, I'm dancing with my boyfriend. Again, another one of those stories that's locked in my brain. So, this happened a few times. He'd go to try and dance with some other fucking people. They'd push him away, and he'd always come back to this girl. So, long story short, this happens 3 or 4 times. The bathrooms in this place were by the front door. So we're getting ready to leave. Everybody is. Club's closing down. We're walking towards the front of the building. And the girl's standing on the wall waiting for the dude to come out of the bathroom. I think, if I remember correctly, if you're facing the doors to leave the bathroom, switch to the left. I could be wrong. So, this dude does the old, man, there was a guy behind me, he just disappeared. Interesting. It's good though, because I don't like people behind me. Pull this up a little bit. Starting to get a little warm, so I'm walking too much. But, so he does the old, puts the hand on the wall, and tries pushing up on this girl. The girl's like, hey, I'm waiting for my boyfriend. I've told you I don't want nothing to do with you. Obviously, I have a fucking boyfriend. And we see this. We're all like, hey, if this gets any further, we'll fucking step in and grab this guy. There's always a ton of us. We never went to the club without fucking numbers. So, she tries getting away a little bit as the guy comes out of the bathroom. She sees him. She tries getting away, and he's kind of got her pinned against the wall. We're like, hey, we'll let him see if, like, they can figure this out. If he fucks with the kid, we'll fuck this dude up. So the kid taps him on the shoulder. Goes, we would like to leave. He swats him away like a fly. Like, get the fuck out of here. I'm talking to her. She's like, I don't want to talk to you. I want to leave. He's kind of got her stuck. Guy taps him on the shoulder again. He goes, I told you, leave me the fuck alone. I'm talking to you. Now, this is why you never let somebody hit you first. This guy couldn't break himself out of a wet paper bag. That's how small and scrawny and tiny this guy was. This big dude had to be this is probably one of the greatest stories I've ever witnessed. And I've lived a hell of a life, let me tell you. I've seen a lot of shit. So, this dude fucking taps him on the shoulder one last time. He went to go swat at him and missed. Turned around because he didn't touch him, like he didn't feel him. As he turned around, this kid, boom, hit this big juice dude fucking square on the button. I've never seen anything like this in real life outside of the movies. This happened. And this kid, this big, jacked, juiced kid, hit the wall, unconscious, and slid down. The whole fucking club went nuts. Everyone's giving this kid high fives, patting him on the shoulder, patting him on the back. This kid probably got laid 50 times that night. I guarantee he married that chick. But at the end of the day, that's why you don't let someone hit you first. That kid, never in my wildest dreams did I think he could beat up a 5-year-old, let alone this big jack juice guy. And I know, just because you're big and jacked, especially if you're on juice, doesn't mean that you're tough, doesn't mean you could take a punch. But from an optic perspective, when you see the two of them next to each other, 100 times out of 100, you're going to say, that guy is going to beat the dog shit out of that guy. And the one time out of one I seen that guy beat the shit out of that guy. It only took one. That's why you never let somebody hit you first. Because it only takes one, and if they hit you on the button, the knees get weak, the lights go out. You get them out of your area, and if they come at you aggressively, you go to work. Whatever you got to do, whatever you know how to do, you go to work. But I promised you I'd finish out on that story. We've been an hour and 4 minutes at this point. It's been a great walk so far. It's been a great ruck, semi-rant. A lot more just bullshitting and talking while we look at the scenery around us. That's something I love to do. So sometimes we're just going to fall into the ADD of the HBJ, and we're just going to look at the surroundings, because sometimes if you don't stop and look at things around you, life will go by you that quick. And it's not worth it if you don't, in my opinion, stop and look around sometimes. You know? So, yeah, that kid must have stopped at that bridge and maybe went fishing. I'm assuming there might be fish in there, because he's behind me 1 second and now he's not. Good, thank fuck, because again, I don't like people behind me. That's why we always allow people to get around me when we're walking. But on that note, be nice, be kind, don't fuck with people in public unless you plan on getting fucked with back. Don't let people in your bubble, don't let people talk down to you or talk shit to you. Remind them that there's some people who don't give a fuck still in life, and they won't put up with it. And We're going to end this with saying the same things we always do. This is the HBJ, out.